So the first stop in Atlanta is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and that's a critical part of Atlanta because the stadium is home to the Atlanta United and the Atlanta Falcons, who are the football team and the MLS team in Atlanta. And the stadium can hold more than 70,000 people. And along with being a sports venue, it can hold all sorts of concerts and different special events. And there have been all sorts of concerts, from country concerts like George Strait and Chris Stapleton to like pop concerts such as Ed Sheeran and Taylor Swift. And so yeah, it's an all around great venue. And from Georgia Tech, it's pretty easy to get to because it's not too far. If you like walking, it's a 1.8 mile walk. Or what I would recommend is you can take an Uber there pretty easily. Um, or you could take the MARTA. And if you took the MARTA, you would get on at the 10th Street station and you would go down to 5 Points. And then you would get on the westbound train and go one stop, and it takes you right to the stadium. So, yeah, it's definitely a great place for many tech students to use and a big part of Atlanta. The next stop in Atlanta, which we're all going to become super familiar with, is Georgia Tech. And it's a big major part of Atlanta because, like we talked about earlier in this semester, it played a huge role in the 1996 Olympics. It played a role. The Atlanta United actually played their first few home games in Bobby Dodd Stadium. The history of it, Georgia Tech, we played a major role in the civil rights movement, which actually helped integrate all of Atlanta. And the location of Georgia Tech is perfect because we're right on the north side of Atlanta, and we can get to the MARTA station very easily, which will take you to many of the places that we're going to talk about in this presentation. And it's not far from any hotspots for like eating and dining and shopping and fun and all sorts of different things. And the location plays a big part of drawing people in from all over the world, like many of us in this class.
The Martin Luther King Jr. National Memorial Park includes numerous historical landmarks of Martin Luther King Jr.'s life. It includes Martin Luther King Jr.'s childhood home at 501 Auburn Avenue and the nearby Ebenezer Baptist Church. Additional monuments stand celebrating Gandhi and the desegregation of the Atlanta Fire Department. One notable exhibit is the International Civil Rights Walk of Fame. Visitors can walk through the exhibit and see photos, statues, and historical documents about those who have been inducted into the Hall of Fame. Some notable people have been inducted are Jimmy Carter, Rosa Parks, Thurgood Marshall, Ralph David Abernathy, and Ted Turner, as well as many more. Entry to any of the exhibits, a part of the Martin Luther King Jr. National Memorial Park, is free. All of the exhibits, except for King's childhood home, are self-guided, so you can go at whatever pace you would like to. Visiting King's childhood home is a 30-minute guided tour through the house. According to the park's website, visitors should be prepared to wait several hours before they can get a tour, unless they arrive early in the morning. World of Coke is a museum dedicated to Coca-Cola located directly north of Centennial Olympic Park. Admission into the museum costs $17 for adults. The museum features dozens of exhibits, from watching Coke get bottled to a 3D movie showing a film about a person searching for the secret formula, to art galleries showcasing old advertisements and paraphernalia, as well as modern art. The main attraction, however, is the tasting room. Inside the tasting room, you can try different flavors of Coke and other beverages under the Coke brand from around the world. North American, South American, Asian, African, and European flavors are all featured. You can get as many samples as you would like from the fountains for free with your admission. Tasting different flavors from around the world allows people to get a glimpse into other cultures. Some countries have more fruit flavors, others have vegetable flavors, and some are flavored with ingredients you never would have heard of unless you visited the countries. Take, for instance, Fanta Maracuja from Brazil. It's flavored with passion fruit.
Okay, so the Fox Theater is a super iconic performance venue, and it's located down in Midtown Atlanta. It's almost a century old now. It was constructed in 1929, and then back then, it was originally like an upscale movie theater, a movie palace built by William Fox. That's who it's named after. So back then, it wasn't like movie theater today. There's like a huge movie palace and only has one movie showing on some like a big elaborate screen, and everybody goes in there to watch the same movie. But today it's expanded to much more than that. It has many different types of events, from everything ranging from music concerts of any genre you can really think of, rock, hip hop, pop, any of those big genres like that, to Broadway shows and plays, of course, to comedy gigs. Pretty much any type of live performance, you can go to the Fox Theater for it. And they also, of course, they still screen movies there sometimes, but really, I think I would probably like the music concerts the best. And the plays are really cool too. But it's not the biggest of venues. It only has around 4,665 seats. But I actually like this size. I would say that this venue is more, you feel a better connection in it than in a really big venue like the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Because in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, you're like super far away unless you get some really expensive seats. So like the performance is in like a whole different world than you don't really get the same personal connection that you do from the Fox Theater, being so close to the performances. You can really feel the energy a lot more in there, and that's what I like about it. Okay, so in this slide, I just have some pictures of the interior of the Fox Theater, and you can see that it has really beautiful architecture. It's actually based on Egyptians and Islamic structures from way back in the day. And you can just see it has like really elaborate pillars and red curtains and everything like that. And the seats are arranged in a way that's kind of like a traditional play setting. But the coolest thing that I like about it is actually the roof of the Fox Theater. It's designed to look like a night sky, and it has many different individual stars that each flicker, and has projections of clouds that move across the ceiling. And it's a really cool atmosphere being in there. And that's another reason why I like the Fox Theater, is that even if you've seen something before, like seeing it in the Fox Theater, it's a whole different experience. So I'd really recommend anyone to go to the Fox Theater for any type of live performance or any shows that they have going on. So the Varsity is another iconic location in downtown Atlanta. It's a really popular restaurant. It's been around since the 1920s. People have been going there ever since. So if you come to Atlanta, you got to go to the Varsity at least once. It's the world's largest drive-in restaurant, which is, if you've ever been to Sonic's, where you drive up and you can order the food from your car and they'll bring it out to your car. It's like that, but it also has a really big interior. So you can go inside and you'll see that it has like kind of like a 20th century theme, 1920s theme, with like all the tile floors and the metal walls and things like that. It looks really cool in there. And if you get food from there, they'll either give you like a really nice little hat. Kind of looks like the Krispy Kreme hat, if you ever had one of those. I don't have my varsity hat with me. I don't know where it is, but I mean, I do got my World of Coke glasses. I know that Andrew already talked about that, but I got those. So in terms of food, the Varsity serves a lot of traditional American food, like chili dogs, hot dogs, burgers, fries, milkshakes, all that. And they're really well known for their chili dogs. And they have like a special lingo when you order. So even if you just order a hot dog, it'll come out as a chili dog. So if you want like just a normal hot dog, you need to order a naked dog, and they'll just give you the hot dog in the bun. And then what I really like is their milkshakes. My favorite milkshake is the frosted orange shake. So if you ever go to the Varsity, make sure that you get a chili dog and a frosted orange.
Piedmont Park is located in the heart of the city, only 2 miles away from downtown Atlanta and a 5-minute drive from Tech's campus. It's over 180 acres of designated park space in the middle of the bustling city. Open from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m., there's always something to do in the park. From yoga classes, weekend farmers markets, miles of hiking trails, and acres of open green space for picnics. It's the perfect escape to nature while still being a short drive from urban living. Perfect for a socially distanced hangout with your friends, there are benches that overlook a pond at the city skyline. Attached to the park is the Atlanta Botanical Gardens, which is a must-see if you have never been. It's filled with exotic flowers and plants, and the gardens have numerous exhibits throughout the year, and an amazing Christmas light show that I personally recommend going to see. Piedmont Park's most notorious festival, Music Midtown, has been a big part of Atlanta culture since 1994. From high schoolers to adults, it's the perfect place for one fun-filled weekend in September. The festival boasts a plethora of artists, from the extremely popular to the more unknown. Last year's lineup hosted Travis Scott, Panic at the Disco, Billie Eilish, Vampire Weekend, Lizzo, Dominic Fike, Noah Cyrus, and smaller bands that most people don't know, like Band of Skulls, Good Company, 99 Neighbors, and Faye Webster. Each performance is entertaining and exciting. The park is packed to the brim, but one can sit away from the crowds up on a hill enjoying the music or fight their way to the front of the crowd. Food trucks line the middle of the park and beverage stands are everywhere you turn. You will not go hungry while enjoying the music you love. Tickets are extremely affordable, and the festival spans 2 days of nonstop artists, so it is totally worth your money. The High Museum of Art was originally founded in 1905 as the Atlanta Art Association and moved to the building it's in now in 1968. With a permanent collection ranging from European art, American art, and African art throughout the centuries, it is the perfect place to enjoy the beauty of numerous talented artists. The picture to the right of the room of hanging colorful lights was a breathtaking exhibit I had the chance to experience last year. It was the Infinity Mirror Rooms by Yayoi Kusama, and it is only one of the many exhibits that cycles through the High.